The bull market support band is a tool that we can use to essentially establish if the market is bullish or bearish, and we're going to use this tool today to see if history will repeat. Hello everyone, my name is J1 General and welcome back to another cryptocurrency video. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as it always makes help the channel grow. If you are a fan of cryptocurrency, I have a cryptocurrency shop where you can shop cryptocurrency products. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can get some good discounts off your next purchase. So without further ado, let's begin. And let's begin with a repetition of history, yeah, because the bull market support band is a great tool. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's a great tool to establish whether or not Bitcoin is in a clear uptrend or if Bitcoin is in a clear downtrend. And I've noticed a significant pattern with regards to the bull market support band within the halving year for Bitcoin. So for you guys that don't know, the halving years are 2024, 2020, 2016 and 2012. Those are the years where Bitcoin has its crazy event that everyone seems to hype up a lot, and it is essentially where the Bitcoin mining halves and miners get less Bitcoin for their output. So let's take a look at the previous cycle to see in February of the halving year, Bitcoin price always has a magnet that essentially pulls price into the bull market support band of February of that year. So if we take a look at last cycle and we go into 2020, which is right here, you can see that January was a great month for Bitcoin in the halving year. However, when we got to February, price pulled back down into the bull market support band before the floor getting swept out by the pandemic low. A lot of you might remember that. A lot of you guys might not remember that, especially if you're new to the market. But if you are a crypto veteran and you've lived a couple of cycles, you would have remembered this event where February we essentially pulled back to the bull market support band. If we go to the cycle before that in 2016, again you can see that January and February the price pulled back to the bull market support band, yeah. But this time was different. This time was different in comparison to just last cycle, because the cycle in 2016 price went up only, yeah, and price went up only with consecutive touches of the bull market support band. You can see that we touched the bull market support band many times during this bull run, which is something completely different in comparison to last cycle, because last cycle we came back to the bull market support band, the floor fell out, we rebounded, touched it a couple of times, and then it was just off to the races, yeah, which is completely different to the cycle before that. If we go to the cycle of 2012, again you will see that the price of Bitcoin pulled back to the bull market support band in February of the halving year. Yeah, so in each cycle in Bitcoin's history, in February of the halving year, the price of Bitcoin always pulls back to the bull market support band. Will the same thing happen this cycle? Let's take a look. So where are we now in comparison to the bull market support band? So the price of Bitcoin right now is currently sitting at $42,500. Where is the bull market support band? Well, the bull market support band is ranging between $35,500 and $37,000. So to take this into perspective, we are currently a 12% move between 16%. So we are 12 to 16% away from the bull market support band. But with the bull market support band, again guys, these are moving averages, yeah. So the same thing applies, where as the weeks go on, the bull market support band is going to continue increasing, because the prices of this week, and this is a weekly chart, the prices of the weeks that are occurring in today's day and age and in these months are replacing the prices that are essentially down here. So the bull market support band is going to keep going up. That's just the way it is. So depending on when we touch this bull market support band, because if we were to go touch them this week, that is where a 12 to 16% move could occur. However, with that being said, let's say we touch it in February, and February is still a couple of weeks away. February is essentially here. So if we were to pull these moving averages up, as we get into February, these moving averages are going to climb, and the deeper we go into February, these moving averages are going to climb. So in comparison to if we touch it in Feb in comparison to Jan to Feb, Jan was 12 to 16%, but as soon as February comes, this is only a 9 to 13% move. So you can see that if we do get into February and history repeats where we touch the bull market support band, the move won't be as detrimental in comparison to if we were to touch the bull market support band in January. So the question, so the $1 million question, yeah, is what will happen once we do reach this bull market support band? Well, it's simple. We either hold it or we don't. Yeah, we either hold it as support, which has happened in the past. So if we hold it as support, you know, we can expect to go higher and maybe put in a new all-time high this year. That's just how it is. Because if we look at past cycles, guys, if we hold the bull market support band, we go off to the races. Yeah. If we go to the cycle before that, every time we use the bull market support band as support, here, 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 and here, and here, and here, we always put in a new all-time high. Even here, for example, we even touched it here before shooting up to the moon. And the same the cycle before that. If we backtest it as support, you know, here, 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 it's off to the races. Yeah. So if we backtest the bull market support band as support, then it's off to the races for Bitcoin. That's just the way it is. That's how it's always played out. Yeah. However, if we break down below the bull market support band, I'm going to give you guys some key levels to watch out for. Yeah. And I'd assume that the first point of support for the bulls would be this breakout point here of 38k. That is the point where price broke out from. It was resistance for a few weeks before we ultimately broke out. So I'd say that is the first line of defense for the bulls. But even so, by the time we get to the bull market support band, it might actually be at 38k anyway. So if we break down below 38k, what is your next level of support for the bulls? You would have to say it would be this 31.5 to 32k area. If we break down below 38k and backtest it as resistance, then you can 100% say that it is likely that the price of Bitcoin will backtest its previous high in June and in April of the pre-halving year. So those are just some levels to watch out. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's always important to keep in mind of where the bull market support banding is, because again, it is a tool that you can use to establish whether or not Bitcoin is bullish or if Bitcoin is bearish in the short term, medium term, and long term. Yeah. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. You can see that out of the 3 cycles, 2 cycles we held the bull market support band as support in February. In just last cycle, we did not manage to hold the bull market support band in February, and then we crashed below. So what's going to happen this time? Who knows? Again, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and as always, it's been your boy J1 General. Thank you and goodbye.